Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 128th episode of Tuesdays with Toby. My name is Toby Frierson, and it is super duper early. It is about 3:55 a.m. Yeah, it's early. It's super early. I have been out in San Jose, California for the last 14 days, and I've literally seen nothing here in Silicon Valley, except like two places, some restaurants, and I've gone to church the last 2 weeks. That's it. So this is my last day out here, and I wanted to find the nearest beach. So let's take a quick little 40-minute ride over to Santa Cruz, and let's go to the beach for the morning on my last day. So this is what we're doing. So here we go. I promise that wasn't some kind of trick. What happened was, I was going to surprise you all. So I said I was on my way to the beach, and then you literally saw like less than a minute of footage, and then you didn't really see much. Yeah, so that was a failed attempt at trying to go out for a sunrise, which is why I was leaving so early. Again, I don't know the West Coast. I've literally only been to California one time in life before this particular trip. And I didn't know that, one, in Northern Cal particularly, it doesn't really heat up until like, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 11 a.m. And so even with me trying to catch the sunrise, it was really smoky. It was kind of gloomy, maybe overcast that particular day. So maybe that's not every day. But there was no sunrise. Hence, that's why you saw gray skies. But I did show you the amazing stones. So this particular beach in Santa Cruz was called Mitchell's Cove, and I sought out Mitchell's Cove because I Googled it and said it was a good one to go to, and it would be kind of laid back, and that was the vibe I was looking for. Laid back ended up meaning deserted. There was one man there, he was fishing, and some people were kind of out walking a path and walking their dogs, but no one really like on the beach, because it was cold and it was super early. So, hey, but just because I wasn't able to deliver the sunrise to you all in this fabulous beach experience, I definitely wanted to still kind of lead with that video. One, because I'd already set it up. It's 127th episode of Tuesdays with Toby, all that good stuff. But two, I want you all to be making sure that this summer you are getting out of your comfort zones. You're doing something and experiencing something that you've never experienced before. Now, I was not necessarily in California for a planned trip. And so that's why that's kind of like the video you saw last week. Every time I travel, I'm going to find a church. That's just something I do. I actually have this fixation with the edifice itself. Like I love like cathedrals and like church buildings and settings. So there's that part of it. But then also, I just appreciate different styles of worship and seeing how people worship their God. And so I like to do that when I travel. I just got off on a real aside. I'm trying to tell you guys why you just saw a minute's worth of this beach trip we were going on together. But at any rate, it just did not work out for me to get more footage. I actually got pulled away with a very important phone call. That phone call ended up taking, instead of like 20 minutes, 2 hours. And it required me to have to go find a coffee shop. And it was just a whole thing. So what I want to do with this message today is, one, happy 4th of July. It took me a while to get to that. Sorry about that. Happy 4th of July. Drop me a comment in the chat. What are your plans for the 4th? I think we're getting together with friends. I think so. I hope that's the case. And so I know there'll be some fireworks. Even if we don't get to go to a fireworks show, this community tends to have its own fireworks. So that'll be really, really neat. And because I was gone for such a long time, I am really ready to relax as well. So with your day off, many of you are going to have the day off. What are your plans? Just kind of drop a comment. Tell me what your plans are. And hopefully you all are out taking advantage of the fact that the world has opened up a little bit, right? We can move around in ways that we couldn't the last several summers. Please take advantage of that if you haven't already. And then also check on your friends, check on your loved ones. Make sure people know that you're thinking about them. But even more so than that, try to do a visit, right? Try to go see the people in your lives that you care deeply about. I promise you, you will not regret making that first step and that first contact, even if it's been years and not just a few months since you all have been in touch. So what are you all's plans for the 4th of July? I know I asked you a little bit earlier, but seriously, drop me a comment. Let me know how you're celebrating. Let me know if you're celebrating. Some of you are gonna be like, Toby, like 4th of July, it's Juneteenth now. It's like, that's right, Juneteenth, freedom-ish, 4th of July, freedom, somewhere in between, you know. Hey, let's all just make sure that we are happy, whole, healthy, and accountable to ourselves. That's one reason why I'm still bringing you all this video, even though the sunrise did not work out. And so I'm having to do this part on the back end, but accountable to ourselves. And it's always good to be accountable to someone else too. Let somebody in, let somebody know what's going on with you so you can be the best version of yourselves. I say that often. I want you guys to come back next week. I'm gonna have a message ready for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Take care, everybody. Happy 4th.